Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the show. This is Jenga Jerry. Now, today we have the Matchmaker show, and you understand the protocol here that any other time we have a man on board, the man must be looking for a woman. In the same way, when we have a woman on board, that woman must be looking for a man. But because today we have a man, I will tell you the kind of woman he is looking for. But before then, if you're watching us for the first time, this is the Matchmaker show. We help men and women to get matches, and the moment they get the right ones, they meet their destinies. So you're not lost. If you're new to the show, kindly subscribe, like the video, and don't forget to leave a comment. Also, the contacts of our guest will be on my Facebook page at Jenga Njeru. Now, our guest on today's show is a man who has gone through thick and thin. I mean, he has been a man who has not married once, twice. This will be the third time. And he has a very interesting story. I told you we do not discriminate our clients because you cannot judge people and love them at the same time. Choose one thing and you choose to love. I have been approached by the family to air this story so that they see whether their dad can be able to get a match. You know that on this show I have made it a commitment that if you come on the show utapata watu wengi, wewe mwenyewe ndio utasema sitaki tena. When you come on our show, you will get people approaching you. What happens is that the only hindrance is that maybe you did not get the kind of person you were looking for. Otherwise, people will approach you in their numbers. All ages, different tribes, different countries. That's how big we are. And we believe that because one person is only looking for one match, this is a monogamous show. You have never seen us bringing somebody who's looking for a second wife. Do we? We don't. You have never seen us bringing a woman who's looking for another husband. We only believe in families. And the family being the basic unit of life is very important when it comes to mental development, childbearing, raising kids and life. So, our guest on today's show is a 67-year-old man. Na kwao ni Kiganjo. Kiganjo iko Nyeri County. Na watoto wake wote wako Nairobi. He's a very, very lonely man. Their mother succumbed to sickness and disease 17 years ago. So he is not a young man and he is not looking for a young woman either. And wameona baba yake akiprogress pole pole. And then the father made one of the most costly mistakes because the wife died 17 years ago. So he has been a widower for the last 17 years. Anaitwa Macharia. Ni Macharia ama ni Macharia? Wewe mnaishi wapi? Macharia. Okay? Samuel Macharia. So Samuel has been single for the last 17 years. At the age of 68, he is looking for a woman because he's a lonely man. I told you whether one is going to stay for another 14 days, for another 14 years, for another 100 years, they deserve to be happy regardless of their age. Sitaki mtu anasema ati huyo ni mzee sana. Hapana. People are important whether they are young or old. All of them are important. So this is the deal. Macharia made one of the most costly mistakes because after the death of his wife, who succumbed to sickness and disease, had kidney failure. After the wife succumbed to sickness and disease, may her soul rest in eternal peace. After the wife succumbed to disease, yeye alichukua 3.5 years. Before the 4th year, alikuwa ameoa. And guess alioa nani? Alioa msichana mdogo. Alikuwa ameoa a very young woman, mpaka watoto wake walikuwa wanaibika. So maybe wanasema this was not something that ilikuwa inapendeza. Lakini they are very mature na hawakuwa na shida na nani? Na yeye. Sasa ikafika mahali wakagesi ni kama huyu msichana baba yake ni kama ameingiza baridi because the woman is here, the woman is there, na because wako busy na kazi zao na familia zao. Nairobi has 4 children. Na because ako busy, mzee ako busy in the farm. Nikwambia kwake ni Kiganjo. Ni mzee anafanya kazi ya maziwa. He's one of the busiest milk suppliers. Na pia anafanya ako na shamba ingine tetu ya majani. So watu wa Gaduthi hata ni kama wanamjua. One of the sons alikuwa ananiambia hata ukiweza taja Macharia wa Gathudhi, kila mtu anamjua hapo. Kama umetoka Tetu, maybe Gathudhi, you will have an idea who Macharia is. Macharia majani, because yeye akona farm ya majani. Most people are hired there to pick tea, napeleka hapo factory hiyo local. And this man made a mistake. We make mistakes every day. Some of them are costly, others are less costly, but all mistakes are costly anyway. And before 4 years were over, he married a woman who was very young, and this woman akasambaratisha maisha yake, and they have evidence that the woman was cheating on their dad. So it was like the dad was sinking into depression slowly by slowly, na because mwiba wa kujidunga hauna pole, hakuwa anaongea. I have done a study, most men, that's why, by the way, if you go to the comment section, you know, sisi tunaangalia kitu inaitwa, I will share one day what we call YouTube algorithm. The number of men watching this show is equal to the number of women watching this show, but the number of women commenting, showing affection, is higher than the number of men, because mtu akiwatch hatajulikana, lakini akicomment hatajulikana. Most men, I've done a study, they would rather die with a problem than ask for help. Okay? So that's why unaona hata wanaume wengi wanafichanga sura. Unakuta mzee kama huyo unajiuliza, the goal ni kumleta hapa kwa show ama the goal ni kumsaidia apate mtu? Si ni kumsaidia apate mtu. Unakuta mwingine ako embarrassed kukuja. Mwingine mpaka unamwambia let's do a video, an audio call. Anakuambia mimi naona kama watu wananijua. Okay, hata ukijulikana na watu 10 unajulikana, maybe somebody will identify the voice. But the point is nobody. I said nobody. Hakuna mtu hata mmoja anafaa kuachwa nje. So he made that mistake slowly by slowly, na sasa watoto wake wakamuuliza, mzee, sasa hii stress uko nayo, wewe ni mtu uko na mwili, alafu kidogo kidogo you are emaciating day and night, kila wakati tukikuja hauna furaha kama kitambo. Sasa ndio aliope na pole pole, and that woman was absolutely toxic to a point of cheating, toxic to a point that, imagine mtu anaenda mpaka tuseme there is a supplier of this thing, anagawanyisha, like this part itakuwa inakuja kwangu, hii part ingine, you know, when people, have you seen these people who have like thousands of chickens, thousands of ducks? Sasa ukioa utashinda ukihesabu mayai yako imeenda ngapi, but you will become suspicious if the number of money yenye inakuja kwako is less than quarter of what you should be receiving, because pia kuna stock ya zile vitu mnaita kama feeds, vaccination, dawa. Ukiona hiyo hesabu haingiani, so utakuwa suspicious, and then you will be disappointed to find out that the person you call wife or husband, yeye ndiye responsible kugawa hiyo hesabu, alafu ingine inaenda kwake na hautawahi jua, na hata hii inabaki mnagawana. You get the point? So it was a betrayal, and I feel that the man became depressed, the man became stressed, na 7 years ago wakarusha huyo madamu nje, wakamrusha nje. Mzee akamwambia enough is enough. Wakati walimshika red handed, watoto wakamsaidia kumrusha nje, which is justifiable. If you are married and you are getting help, why should you cheat? In the first place, if you are married, why should you be cheating? Sasa mzee alikuwa ameshikwa na prostate cancer. Nyinyi mnajua prostate cancer inashika watu kwa nini? And the man is just 68. Sasa mtakubali mzee akufe prostate cancer na mnaona anaweza saidika? Hakuna haja. So anasema kama kuna mtu atamchukua bila kujudge past yake, maybe the person will be, na huyu mtu akuwe ni mtu ambaye hata mchezea, and they do not want any joke with somebody who is younger. So if you are not 45 and above, na hata walikuwa nasema 50, 45 nini, because mzee is 68. Ukifanya round off utaona mzee anagonga 70 in the next 2 years. So akipata mtu wako around late 40s, 50s kwenda hivyo 60s, anasema hata kama huyo mwanamke atakuwa miaka hata 65 hana shida. hata 65 yeye hana shida, because watoto wake ni wakubwa, hataki mtu ako na watoto wadogo, and again hako tayari kupata watoto wengine. So unasikia hata ako na prostate cancer, na alikuwa pale Madhari Hospital na katibiwa, na pia alikuwa hospitali nyingine hapo Nyeri, na unasikianga Outspan, na pia anatengenezwa, na mambo inaenda ikikuwa sawa. So currently he is discharged, ako nyumbani, and his life is speaking very well, very well. He is healthy, si mgonjwa, na anasema tu ako sawa. So if there is that woman who is willing to be in that family, you will not be talking to Mzee, you will not be talking to Macharia, you will be talking to the sons and the daughters via email. Then they will be able to exchange numbers, and then you will be able, that's why unaona is Macharia's family. Hiyo email tumeweka hapo ni Macharia's family, because inaenda kwa watoto wake. Waliona mzee ako na ile weakness ya watu young. They never thought their father would have married a very young woman, and that young woman was burning with passion, ended up cheating, ended up even becoming unfaithful in business, and that's how they threw her out. If you're there, God-fearing woman, responsible, if you come from a mainstream church, the better, because he is from the Anglican Church, and he is a good elder. He's a good man, well respected in society, a sound and industrious businessman. If you're interested, get in touch. I will post the contacts there. Talk to the family, very friendly people, and they are ready and very welcoming. If you're interested, why not get in touch? Okay, and that's him. So I have always wanted to do this for him, and because time imekuja leo ni siku. So if you're interested, get in touch. Until next time, this is Jenga Njero. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment for him, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're on the road to 100,000 subscribers. Bye bye. God bless.